Welcome to the Abundance Hack Podcast, where we want to inspire you to push past your blocks, limiting beliefs, and comfort zone to live a confident, happy, and fulfilling life. I am your host, Niajae, influencer, motivational speaker, and boss babe. Every time you hit subscribe or leave a 5-star rating, I do my happy dance. Hey guys, it's Niajae. Thank you for listening or watching the Abundance Hack Podcast. Before I get into this episode, I think the time has come that I give you all a nickname. So you know how Lady Gaga has the monsters and Beyonce has the beehive. I felt it was time in our relationship that I give you all a nickname. I did a poll on Facebook and people were drawn to M&Ms. I know that the candies are quite yummy, but it actually stands for magical manifestors, because that's what we are, right? We are manifesting abundant and fulfilling lives. So instead of me saying, hey guys, I can say, hey M&Ms. So let me know if you like that. Definitely comment. Let me know if that resonates with you. If it doesn't, we can go back to the drawing board, but I'm going to test it out this episode and see how it feels. So let me start from the beginning. Hey M&Ms, it's Niajae. Thank you for listening or watching the Abundance Hack Podcast. In previous episodes, I mentioned step 1 and step 2 to living an abundant life. Step 1 is understanding the law of attraction. Our thoughts create our reality. Step 2 is shifting your mindset for success, releasing limiting beliefs, adapting positive habits, and thought patterns. I'm calling step number 3 growing pains. This is where it gets difficult. This is where people tend to resort back to their old ways. As you start to shift your mindset, you will realize you no longer resonate with people from your past unless they too are growing, improving, and evolving. This is really difficult because we never want to feel like we have to leave behind people we love and care about. The first part of this step, because I was learning how to manage my own energy and thoughts, I couldn't be around negative people. I just couldn't. I started distancing myself because I had to preserve my energy. And I realized when I was around negative people, I would feel my vibrations lower. Because energy is contagious. So the process kind of went like this. I realized the disconnect and the difference of vibrations, and I would allow it to lower mine. I would dull my shine to keep and maintain relationships in my life. I wasn't happy leaving them behind because I loved and cared about them, but I also wasn't happy slowing down my own growth. So finally, I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't talk to this person. I have to distance myself. And it's not that I didn't love or care about them anymore, but I said I have to love them from a distance. My favorite quote at the time was, elevation requires separation. That's how I felt. I'm evolving into who I want to be, and I can't be around anyone that is going to slow me down. That got pretty lonely, and I described it as a limbo phase. I don't want to be around negative people, but I don't have any like-minded people just yet to surround myself with. So I became more proactive at surrounding myself with like-minded individuals, and that was great. People often say motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Zig Ziglar. Living a fulfilling and happy life takes conscious effort. Join Abundance Hack Members Club to receive motivational videos, affirmation recordings, and guided meditations for you to maintain a positive mindset and high vibrations. Head over to abundancehack.com for more information. Now back to the show. Now, there's one more step to this. There will come a point where you can control the energy that is or isn't able to penetrate your bubble. So just imagine this bubble around you, protecting your energy, protecting your vibe. When you've mastered your energy and thoughts and vibe, then you can be around negative people without it affecting you. Bulletproof is what an old friend used to call it. This takes practice, and some days are harder than others. But it's definitely worth striving for because we can't control the madness in this world. We can only control our reactions. There's a really powerful quote, and forgive me if I butcher it, but it's something along the lines of, life is 20% what happens to us and 80% how we react to it. So being bulletproof and not allowing anything to lower your vibrations. You vibrate so high that nothing can faze you. Nothing can bring you down. Learning how to dance in the rain. It's raining, so what? I'm going to dance around in it. So that takes practice. And like I said, some days are harder than others, or I should say some days are easier than others. So be patient with yourself. Now you may wonder, how exactly do I do that? Obviously, you want to be self-aware. Start to pay attention to what makes you feel good and what doesn't. Who brings out the best in you and who doesn't? What gives you life and what drains your energy? Next, you want to find activities that are your go-to vibration raisers. What are the things that raise your vibration without a doubt? For me, music, dancing, maybe a little twerking, singing, going out in nature, walking by the water, loving all my fur babies, and there are certain people, just being around them lifts my spirits. So what are your go-tos to lift your spirits? And don't be shy, definitely comment. I want to hear what you do that makes you happy and bring you back to your happy place. So I want to leave you with this. When you shine your light, own your gifts, your skills, and your talents, it's going to be too much for some people. Some people are not going to want you to grow and evolve out of fear of leaving them behind. They're not going to want you to shine, but shine anyway. Because when you shine your light so bright, you illuminate those around you. You give others the courage to shine bright as well. Remember to check in on how you feel mentally, physically, and emotionally. Remember to gravitate towards what feels good, who feels good when you're around them. Remember that growth is sometimes uncomfortable, but think about how a butterfly looked to the other caterpillars once it evolved out of that cocoon. A butterfly cannot go back to being a caterpillar. So no matter how hard it gets, no matter how lonely it may seem, just for a little while, keep growing, keep glowing, and keep striving to be the best possible version of yourself that you can be. Thank you for listening to the Abundance Hack Podcast. Don't forget to leave comments and questions. Remember, every time you subscribe or leave a 5-star rating, I do my happy dance.